Kim Kardashian continues to be deeply affected by her tumultuous marriage to Kanye West. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West were once considered one of the most famous couples in the world, with their relationship constantly in the spotlight. They married in 2014 in a lavish ceremony in Italy and quickly became one of the most talked about pairs in pop culture. But behind the glamour, sources have long suggested that their marriage was far from perfect. After nearly 7 years together, they divorced in 2021, and even though 4 years have passed since the split, Kim is said to still be deeply affected by what she went through during her time with Kanye. Now, those years are being brought back into focus because of a new documentary called In Whose Name. This project promises to show never-before-seen footage of Kanye's private life and the breakdown of his marriage to Kim. The film, directed by Nico Ballesteros, was reportedly filmed during some of the hardest years of their relationship, when Kanye was battling public struggles with his mental health and had reportedly stopped taking his prescribed medication for bipolar disorder. Clips already teased from the documentary suggest that Kim had a very difficult time balancing the pressures of her marriage, caring for Kanye, and raising their 4 children, North, St., Chicago, and Psalm. According to a source close to Kim, the release of this documentary has brought back painful memories that she has tried hard to move on from. The insider said Kim still suffers from nightmares about her marriage to Kanye and that she has been deeply shaken by seeing those moments replayed in such a public way. They explained that Kim feels haunted by her experiences with Kanye and that the trauma of those years left lasting scars. The source also claimed Kanye damaged Kim's self-esteem during their marriage, making her feel like her worth depended on him. Although she was not physically trapped, emotionally she felt like she had little freedom and was forced to live under the weight of his moods, behaviors, and control. In one teaser clip from In Whose Name, Kanye can be heard announcing, "I'm off my meds for 5 months now," before shutting a backstage door that has Kim's name written on it. Kim's voice is heard in the background, calmly telling him, "Your personality was not like this a few years ago," suggesting that she had noticed a serious change in him over time. Another scene shows the couple arguing, with Kim trying to explain something to him by saying, "We can talk about it later but," before Kanye cuts her off and says, "There ain't no but." The tension in these clips alone paints a picture of the challenges Kim faced while being married to someone who was both a global superstar and a man struggling with his mental health in front of the world. The film has been described by producer Simran A. Singh as a raw and often unsettling portrait without commentary or conclusion. This means that the footage is not polished or softened for viewers, but instead shows the difficult reality of what was happening behind closed doors. With over 3,000 hours of material recorded, the documentary covers Kanye's last 6 years, including his marriage, his public outbursts, and his creative highs and lows. It is expected to hit theaters on September 19 and is already being called one of the most unfiltered looks into Kanye's life ever put on screen. Interestingly, there is some controversy about how this documentary came to be. Some reports have called it an unauthorized film, while others insist that the material was gathered in a legitimate way. A source told Us magazine that although Kanye himself has not seen or approved the final version, they believe the filming was carried out properly. A representative for the director also clarified that Nico Ballesteros had direct access to Kanye during the making of the film. This access allowed him to capture intimate and private moments that shaped the story. They stressed that Kanye did not have any control over the content or editing, which ensures the project remains an independent piece of work rather than something influenced by Kanye's own wishes. For Kim, however, this independence might not bring her comfort. Even though she has tried to focus on her career, her family, and her own happiness since the divorce, the resurfacing of old footage has forced her to relive what she went through. The source who spoke about her current state said that if the public truly knew the reality of her marriage to Kanye, they would have more empathy for her. While many fans only saw the glamorous side of their union, Kim was privately dealing with intense struggles that left her emotionally drained. Her challenges were not only as a wife but also as a mother. Raising 4 young children while also managing her business empire and dealing with Kanye's unpredictable behavior was no easy task. Even in moments when she wanted to shield her children from the chaos, the public nature of Kanye's actions made that nearly impossible. Kim's role as a mother has always been one of her top priorities, but the strain of trying to keep her family stable during those years took a heavy toll on her. The release of In Whose Name is expected to stir even more debate and discussion about Kanye's life and his marriage to Kim. Some fans of Kanye may see the film as a raw and honest portrayal of a creative genius dealing with mental health struggles, while others may view it as an invasion of privacy that risks re-traumatizing Kim. For Kim, who has already tried to put that chapter of her life behind her, the timing of the film feels like reopening a wound that never fully healed. Even though she is haunted by her past, Kim has also shown resilience. Since the divorce, she has continued to grow her businesses, advocate for criminal justice reform, and build a strong life for her children. Publicly, she has tried to remain graceful when speaking about Kanye, often acknowledging his talent and the importance of him being in their children's lives, despite the challenges between them. But privately, the scars remain. Her friends and sources close to her have repeatedly shared that she went through far more pain than the public realized, and that it will take a long time for her to fully recover from the trauma. The story of Kim and Kanye's marriage has always fascinated the public because it combined fame, fortune, talent, and controversy. Now, with the documentary set to show more of what really happened, the world will once again revisit their troubled relationship. For Kim, it is a reminder of the most difficult years of her life. For Kanye, it may be a chance to share his side of the story in a way he feels is true to his experience. And for audiences, it is another glimpse into the complicated reality of celebrity lives, where what appears glamorous from the outside can sometimes hide deep pain within. According to a source close to Kim, the release of this documentary has brought back painful memories that she has tried hard to move on from. The insider said Kim still suffers from nightmares about her marriage to Kanye and that she has been deeply shaken by seeing those moments replayed in such a public way. They explained that Kim feels haunted by her experiences with Kanye and that the trauma of those years left lasting scars. The source also claimed Kanye damaged Kim's self-esteem during their marriage, making her feel like her worth depended on him. Her challenges were not only as a wife but also as a mother. Raising 4 young children while also managing her business empire and dealing with Kanye's unpredictable behavior was no easy task. Even in moments when she wanted to shield her children from the chaos, the public nature of Kanye's actions made that nearly impossible. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.